Cheddar cheese, commonly known as just cheddar, is a relatively hard, off-white, sometimes sharp-tasting, natural cheese, originating in the English village of Cheddar in Somerset. Cheeses of this style are now produced all over the world. Cheddar is the most popular type of cheese in the UK, accounting for 51% of the country's £1.9 billion annual cheese market. It is the second most popular cheese in the US behind mozzarella, with an average annual consumption of £10 in 2008. The term cheddar cheese is widely used, but has no protected designation of origin. However, in 2007 a protected designation of origin, West Country Farmhouse Cheddar, was created, meaning only cheddar produced from local milk within Somerset, Dorset, Devon and Cornwall and manufactured using traditional methods may use that name. The style and quality of cheeses labeled as cheddar may vary greatly, with some processed cheeses being packaged as cheddar, while bearing little resemblance. Furthermore, certain cheeses that are more similar in taste and appearance to red Leicester are sometimes popularly marketed as red cheddar. The cheese originates from the village of Cheddar in Somerset, southwest England. Cheddar Gorge on the edge of the village contains a number of caves, which provided the ideal humidity and steady temperature for maturing the cheese. Cheddar cheese traditionally had to be made within 30 miles of Wells Cathedral. Cheddar has been produced since at least the 12th century. A pipe roll of King Henry II from 1170 records the purchase of £10,240 at a farthing per pound. Charles I also bought cheese from the village. Romans may have brought the recipe to Britain from the Cantal region of France. Central to the modernization and standardization of cheddar cheese was the 19th century Somerset dairyman Joseph Harding. For his technical innovations, promotion of dairy hygiene, and volunteer dissemination of modern cheese-making techniques, he has been dubbed the father of cheddar cheese. Harding introduced new equipment to the process of cheese making, including his revolving breaker for curd cutting, saving much manual effort. The Joseph Harding method was the first modern system for cheddar production based upon scientific principles. Harding stated that cheddar cheese is not made in the field, nor in the byre, nor even in the cow. It is made in the dairy. Together, Joseph Harding and his wife were behind the introduction of the cheese into Scotland and North America, while his sons Henry and William Harding were responsible for introducing cheddar cheese production to Australia and facilitating the establishment of the cheese industry in New Zealand respectively. During the Second World War and for nearly a decade after, most of the milk in Britain was used to make a single kind of cheese nicknamed government cheddar. As part of the war economy and rationing, this almost resulted in wiping out all other cheese production in the country. Before the First World War, more than 3,500 cheese producers were in Britain. Fewer than 100 remained after the Second World War. According to a United States Department of Agriculture researcher, cheddar cheese is the world's most popular variety of cheese, and the most studied type of cheese in scientific publications. During the manufacture of cheddar cheese, the curds and whey are separated using rennet, an enzyme complex normally produced from the stomachs of newborn calves. Cheddaring refers to an additional step in the production of cheddar cheese where, after heating, the curd is kneaded with salt, cut into cubes to drain the whey, and then stacked and turned. Strong, extra mature cheddar, sometimes called vintage, needs to be matured for 15 months or more. The cheese is kept at a constant temperature, often requiring special facilities. As with other hard cheese varieties produced worldwide, caves provide an ideal environment for maturing cheese. Still, today, some cheddar cheese is matured in the caves at Wookey Hole and Cheddar Gorge. Additionally, some versions of cheddar cheese are smoked. The ideal quality of the original Somerset cheddar was described by Joseph Harding in 1864 as close and firm in texture, yet mellow in character or quality. It is rich with a tendency to melt in the mouth. The flavor full and fine, approaching to that of a hazelnut. Cheddar made in the classical way tends to have a sharp, pungent flavor, often slightly earthy. The sharpness of cheddar is associated with the levels of bitter peptides in the cheese. This bitterness has been found to be significant to the overall perception of the aged cheddar. Flavor. The texture is firm, with farmhouse traditional cheddar being slightly crumbly. It should also, if mature, contain large cheese crystals consisting of calcium lactate, often precipitated when matured for times longer than 6 months. Cheddar can be a deep to pale yellow color, or a yellow-orange color when certain